这个故事如果你听起来不累，那么你的听力水平在生活中是完全够用的。要持续提升英文，记得点击订阅按钮。我们开始吧。
Before the door opened, he already knew something was wrong. Long before people used the word sixth sense, they trusted a quiet feeling that lived deep inside the body. It was not magic. It was not a voice from the sky. It was a small push in the chest, a pause in the step, a thought that said, "Wait," even when everything looked fine. This story begins thousands of years ago, in a world with no screens and no noise. People watched the land, the sky, and each other. They learned by paying close attention, because paying attention meant staying alive. A hunter could feel when the forest went still. A mother could feel when her child was not safe. They did not have a name for it, but they trusted it. In ancient Greece, thinkers talked about the senses. They named 5: sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. These were easy to see and easy to test. You could point to the eyes or the ears and say, "That is how I know." But even back then, people noticed something else. Sometimes the body knew before the mind could explain. A sailor would turn the ship just before a storm showed its face. A soldier would step back a second before danger came. No one could prove it, but no one could ignore it either. As time passed, stories carried this idea forward. In small villages, elders spoke of gut feelings. They told young people to listen to their inside voice, especially when the world felt too quiet. Merchants on long roads learned to trust a sense of unease when a deal felt wrong. Farmers learned when to plant, not just by the sky, but by a feeling in their bones. Here comes the first small rise in the story. During the Middle Ages, doctors began to notice patterns. They saw that the body reacted before clear signs appeared. A patient would feel fear or sadness before getting sick. A person would feel calm before healing. They did not call it a sixth sense, but they wrote about hidden signals, messages sent without words. Then science grew louder. Tools improved. Numbers mattered more than feelings. For a while, this quiet sense was pushed aside. If it could not be measured, it was treated as a guess. People were told to trust only what they could see and count. Yet the feeling did not disappear. It waited. The next rise came in the late 1800s. Thinkers and writers began to talk again about the mind and the body as a team. They noticed that people made fast choices that later proved right, even without clear facts. A mother would wake up in the night, sure that her child needed her. A worker would avoid a street and later learn about trouble there. These moments stacked up. Too many to ignore. That is when the phrase sixth sense started to sound natural. It was an easy way to say, "I know, but I cannot tell you how." It did not mean something strange or unreal. It meant the brain working in the background, using memory, pattern, and feeling all at once. Another small climax arrived with modern life. Cities grew fast. Life moved faster. People had less time to think, but more choices to make. In busy streets and loud rooms, the sixth sense became a guide. It helped people read faces in a second. It helped them feel danger in a crowd. It helped them choose who to trust. Stories from this time often sound simple, but they hit hard. A man steps off a train one stop early for no clear reason, and later hears about an accident. A woman feels uneasy about a job offer that looks perfect, and months later learns the company failed. These are not miracles. They are the mind connecting dots too fast for words. Now we reach a deeper part of the story. Today, science offers a new way to see the sixth sense. The brain takes in more information than we know. Tiny changes in tone, light, and movement are read in a blink. The body reacts before the thinking mind catches up. The feeling comes first. The reason comes later, if it comes at all. This is why the sixth sense often feels sudden. It feels like a tap on the shoulder. It does not shout. It does not explain itself. It only asks for attention. The last rise is close to you. In your own life, you have felt it. You have paused before saying yes. You have checked your phone just before a message arrived. You have met someone and felt trust, or doubt, without a clear reason. You might have ignored it once and paid the price. You might have followed it once and been thankful. The sixth sense is not about being right every time. It is about listening. It grows stronger when you slow down and notice your own reactions. It fades when you rush and drown it in noise. This story does not end in the past. It ends with you, right now. The next time your body tells you something before your mind does, do not brush it away. Stop for a second. Ask what it is trying to protect, or guide, or warn. In a world full of voices telling you what to think, that quiet feeling might be the most honest guide you have.
能以非母语者的身份专注学习到现在，这本身就是很棒的进步。真诚感谢你的观看。如果你觉得本期内容实用，点赞或留言让我知道你的想法，这对我持续创作非常重要。我们下期见。